good news that I brought. Your good news that I brought you, so yeah, you negative not a positive man. Whoa, when you win it, they get facts, so when you doing bad, they love you. Yeah. I will shine on my haters, yeah. I will flex on my enemies, yeah. I will shine on my haters, yeah. I will flex on my enemies, yeah. Kamu suo bomba, hold the water, what's it on me? Hold the water, what's it on me? What's it on me? Come my enemy, oh, enemy, come my enemy, oh, enemy. They don't wanna see you shine. So hatred in the heart, oh. God keep blessing me, yeah, man. I'm always winning, yeah, man. Hit me, I love it, yeah, man. Hit me, I love me, yeah, man. I will keep on shining, yeah, man. I will keep on grinding, yeah, man. The fun on you, yeah, man. The bell on you, yeah, man. Hold the water, what's it on me? Hold the water, what's it on me? Come my enemy, oh, enemy, come my enemy, oh, enemy. Your good news that I brought you, so yeah, you're negative, not a positive man. Whoa, when you win it, they get facts, so when you doing bad, they love you. Yeah. I will shine on my haters, yeah. I will flex on my enemies, yeah. I will shine on my haters, yeah. I will flex on my enemies, yeah. Kamu suo bomba, hold the water, what's it on me? Hold the water, what's it on me? What's it on me? Come my enemy, oh, enemy, come my enemy, oh, enemy. They don't wanna see you shining. So hatred in the heart, oh. God keep blessing me, yeah, man. I'm always winning, yeah, man. Hit me, I love it, yeah, man. Hit me, I love me, yeah, man. I will keep on shining, yeah, man. I will keep on grinding, yeah, man. The fun on you, yeah, man. The bell on you, yeah, man. Come my enemy, oh, enemy. Come my enemy, oh, come my enemy, oh. Come my enemy, oh. Conquer them all. That witchcraft behavior, that hateful behavior, that deceitful behavior, send back to send all. Conquer them all. Conquer them all. Funky on the beat.
Makeup, they say, increases people's perception of a woman's likability, competence, and trustworthiness. That's why I introduced to you Major Millions Beauty and Market. Major Millions Beauty and Market has the best skin and hair care products. The beauty parlor also has hair accessories, including hairspray, hair gel, and hair dryer, makeup palettes, Major Millions customized lip gloss, shoes, bags, concealers, blushes, and a lot more. Guess what? Major Millions Beauty and Market has on sale well-packaged African products to include your favorite cuisine, cassava leaves, potato greens, palava sauce, palm butter, etc. Customers purchasing goods worth over 100 United States dollars will have free delivery once they are 15 minutes drive away from our location. Locate us at 10 Chestnut Drive, Elton, Maryland, 21921. Better still, call us on cell numbers 302-316-6813 or log onto our website www.majormillionsbeautysupply.com. Major Millions Beauty Supply. We move. Lapus Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lapus Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukRTCHEN.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lapus Kitchen keeps your fingers licking.
I said, honey, have you heard about the Global Net TV?
Oh, yes, sweetheart. I read about them. At GlobalNet ITV, they provide superior television services with endless selections of TV channels and many options to include live TV.
That's a great news.
Yes, they provide news, entertainment, premier sports like NBA, American football, major soccer leagues, movies, and favorite TV shows with endless content and no service interruptions.
Sweetheart, is that all?
No, they also have adult content included with parental guidance. Also, check out their 6-month plan for only $96 and their 12-month plan for only $176. Wow, honey, isn't that a great news?
Yes, but sweetheart, how can we get in touch?
Yes, you can contact us at 226-946-1090 or visit our website at www.globalnetitv.com.
Nearly 200 years ago, a home was birthed on Providence Island, a home that once stood at the pinnacle of Africa's decolonization, a home that has persisted in the face of atrocities and today remains more united than ever, a home where nature, culture, landscape, beaches, and history await a glorious moment to be lived. At the pinnacle of 200 years, Liberia is excited to welcome Africans in the diaspora home again.
Let's return to where it all started. Come reunite, relocate, and rebuild the land, which has so much more to offer. Explore our attractions, taste our food, experience our culture, and impact our communities. Let's go home. Visit Liberia December 17th through January 3rd for the greatest reunion since 1822 as we kick off our year-long Liberian bicentennial.
For more information, visit our website at www.libyearofthediaspora.org.
October the 20th, 2021. The time in Monrovia is 7:30 a.m. The time in Delaware is 3:30. And we're glad to be here. Very glad to be here. All right, I haven't used this in a while. Where's Bwakai? George?
Bwakai's on way coming this morning, but it good to be here this morning with you.
Yeah, George. It's always good to be here with you. Always good to be here with you. All right. All right, folks. So today we have, we're going to be talking about what you expect we're going to be talking about. Folks, if you are an Adele fan, she's got a new album out. Is it an album? I believe it's an album. And she's just shattered streaming records. This is the first time in 6 years that she's released anything at all. And one of the songs on that album is called Easy on Me. And it was streamed 24 million times on the first day of release. 24 million times. That is by far the biggest single or first day streaming record. I mean, that any song has ever attained. I mean, the last record was held by a song that was streamed 15 million times in a single day. And Adele just came and just completely smashed that record, just smashed it. Wonderful. I love music. I don't know about you, but I do. And I listen to all kinds of music, all genres of music. Wonderful song. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of things this morning. You know, folks, Liberia is a sick country. It's a deeply sick, rotten, corrupt country. And the reason why we're where we are is exactly because of how sick and how rotten and how corrupt, how depraved we are. Liberians are some of the most ballless, spineless individuals you could find anywhere on the planet. That's it. I'm telling you. We ask our own lawyers, people who are experienced, people who've been around for long, to do a simple task. We have an issue. You were associated with this whole process. You were instructed to do an amendment or to do amendments to this whole document, to review it, to advise, to amend. They did that. Now, issues have arisen. And the issues border on whether those amendments that they were authorized to make, whether there were new amendments or additional amendments that were made which were not authorized. Tell us. Also, tell us whether the documents were filed or the framework agreement was filed the right way, whether the procedures were followed. Tell us. And so the lawyers wrote a letter saying that they cannot say that. That they would not say whether the document was filed the right way, whether the procedures were followed. They will not also definitively say how many things they amended to the document. Instead, they said, we will, at this time, we will refuse, we decline to offer any opinion or to advise on this matter. That's what the lawyer said. Now, that's cowardice. It is just pure cowardice. And the letter it bears a signature of Benedict Sano. This man was Minister of Justice. They don't want to hurt people's feelings. Oh no, we can't afford to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Imagine these people are potential candidates for Minister of Justice in the potential CPP government. Imagine these are the possible candidates. Benedict Sano was Minister of Justice. Imagine asking him to conduct an investigation or to prosecute, investigate and prosecute people for corruption or for something. And he knows these people. He's going to tell you, you know, this is why the culture of impunity persists in our country. Because Liberians are such spineless, ballless people. They would not look their friends in the eye and say, you are wrong. Instead, they say, oh, you know, we won't say anything because the thing are already turn political. When we go read something, then you will use it and say that we the one say the person did it wrong, so we're not saying nothing. Imagine that, folks. Imagine the lawyer telling you that. You know, I look at Liberians and I just say, duck it. When will we ever find a real, true leader to save this country's soul? We are such a lost people. We can't look at ourselves. Tell us. We wanted you to close this matter. I mean, to come to think of it, somebody like Kofi, I have no expectations of Benedict Sano. I have no respect for Benedict Sano. I've never had it when he was Minister of Justice under Ellen. Baga, you remember how I called him, right?
Benedict Juju Sano. Yeah.
I never had any respect for Benedict Sano. I still don't have any respect for him today. But Kofi Woos? Kofi Woos? You can't give an opinion on a matter now because you're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings? Kofi Woos, you were not afraid to hurt Charles Taylor's feelings? You know, when you were standing up and fighting? That's why some of us came to admire you and respect you. You know, your fight at the JPC, the Justice and Peace Commission. You know, your mentor, Bishop Michael Francis. Michael Francis was a man who told his friends the truth. And now you can't tell your friends the truth, Kofi Woos. You can't tell Ben and I that his complaint has no iota of truth in it. You can't tell Cummings he's wrong. You can't tell anybody they're wrong. Kofi Woos, I'm disappointed. The lawyers can't say anything now. They should tell us who's wrong or who's right. Because Youngly took this matter to them to say, oh, you know what? Now, you know, somebody would say, but why the hell did she go to them in the first place? I don't blame her for going to them. They were involved with this process, Buckeye. They were the ones that were authorized to make the amendments to the document. They were associated with the whole CPP process throughout, as far as the framework document is concerned. And so they go to them and ask them, can you please tell us what you did? Look at the documents. Look at the one we got from the NEC. Look at the draft that we did, the amendments you made. Please give us your opinion. They said, we can't say nothing. Can you imagine that? We go right back to where we were. Now the communist people are running around and say, oh, the lawyers say we're innocent. Because in the letter, the lawyers go ahead to say that they made, you know, I think they should have just shut their mouths. You already say you can't say nothing, okay? And don't say anything at all. But there's a line in the letter that the communist people are running around with. And my own brother Ben Sanvi was highly disingenuous, and I'll say this because
I'm serious, man.
When he was doing his thing on his show, he called my name, so I will call his name here. And I told my brother, I said, Ben, you can't read well. You need us to start a reading comprehension class.
Seriously, seriously.
And Ben was reading the thing like the lawyers already vindicated Cummings.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So I'll mention his name because he mentioned my name when he was reading his thing and acting as though he had the verdict. I thought Ben had the verdict from the lawyers, saying that Ellis Cummings is an innocent man, everybody lying on him, everything. That's how the ball went on with the thing.
Yesterday, Costa, it appears like they have vindicated somebody and they have entrapped somebody within a document.
That is exactly how my friend Ben Sanvi did it. You know, Ben?
Yeah.
Ben is my brother. He's not even a friend. And he advises me all the time. And not every time I would heed his advice. But sometimes I do. But I see Ben doing the exact same thing he claims to be advising me against. You know? projecting this thing as though he had the verdict from the lawyers that said Ellis Cummings is an innocent man. Everybody should apologize to him. I'm like, what the hell? Are you freaking kidding me?
But
And
but
so,
then,
and you know
but
what?
then
Then they said,
Costa,
oh,
no Costa, but then I haven't seen the letter yet.
yeah.
So
So
I'm
everybody
supposed,
thought that Ben already had. That's why I went ahead to publish the thing.
yeah, but then I haven't seen the letter yet. So I was like, oh wow. So
Yeah.
finally, this is
Yeah. Well, I mean, a
where
lot
we
of
are.
people who listen to them had not seen the letter.
Yeah.
So because they had not seen the letter and they had just heard Ben go ahead to say that Cummings is an innocent man. And everybody lying on Cummings. And that's why I've been telling my brother Costa. You see, now that's why now I need to mention my brother Ben. Because what Ben did last night was very, 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 very dishonest. Presented this letter, this cowardly letter. The letter is cowardly. I have lost every bit of respect for this lawyer. All of them. Benedict Sano, I had none for him anyway. Kofi Woos, I'm very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. And I'm cool with him. But that the Kofi Woos some of us grew up admiring, respecting, would be the one today. You know, sometimes they say when people become much advanced in age, they become feeble, they lose their touch with their values and stuff like that, they become weak. Is that what's happening to Kofi Woos? I don't understand. But let me go to the letter. This letter was written to Yumley by Benedict Sano on behalf of the lawyers. I'm going to read it. I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to read it. The letter does not clear anyone. The letter does not say Cummings did it. The letter also does not say Cummings did not do it. The cowardly lawyers, that's how we're going to call them, the cowardly lawyers refused to give any opinion. And they made it clear. And yet my brother Ben ignored that point where they said, we will not give any opinion. And my brother Ben ran with it and said, the letter clear Cummings. They're guilty. My own political leader, Yumley, is guilty of being used against Ellis Cummings. They need to apologize to Cummings. I'm still waiting for my brother Ben to tell me where in his letter Cummings is clear.
No, probably Costa, they have another letter apart from this, though.
No, this is the one my brother Ben said cleared Cummings. I chatted with him last night after their show. But let me go read this thing. Team of lawyers, collaborating political party, CPP, Monrovia, Liberia, October 14, 2021. Senator Yumley Kanga Lawrence, Chair, collaborating political party, CPP, Monrovia, Liberia. Madam Chair, on behalf of the team of lawyers, we hereby acknowledge receipt of your letter dated October 12, 2021, requesting our legal advice on the following. Number one, the procedure that was followed in incorporating the proposed amendments in the framework document and submitting same to the National Elections Commission. Number two, the effect of abstracting the signature page from the original framework document signed on May 19, 2020 by the four political leaders and attaching same to the final document without their approval expressed or implied and submitting same to the National Elections Commission. Number three, whether the proposed amendments made by the lawyers was changed without their consent, and number four, any other issue of legal significance that needs to be addressed by the National Advisory. And now, this is the part my brother Ben says that says that Cummings is innocent. Number three, that's what the ANC folks are running with, and thanks to my brother Ben Semmy. Ben says, number three, in his letter, which says, whether the proposed amendments made by the lawyers was changed without their consent. Ben said, ain't you see what the lawyer said? Whether the amendment that they made, whether anybody changed it. So that means the lawyer made amendment, so therefore Cummings is innocent. Government did not make any amendment. The lawyer already said they made amendments. But what kind? Where was Ben when the report was given ever since saying that amendments were made by the lawyers, but there were additional amendments or changes made? It was stated day one that there were amendments made, but there were additional amendments that were made that were not authorized.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyers, the CPP, we've always said that on every occasion. There were amendments made by the lawyers. But during the investigation, the committee found out that there were additional amendments made.
Yeah.
So that's why they wrote the lawyers. And the lawyers say, number 3, whether the proposed amendments made by the lawyers was changed without their consent. Now, one of the questions. So there were amendments made. But which amendments were made by the lawyers and which amendments were made by somebody else? That is a question the lawyers were asked to address. We know you made amendments because we authorized you to make amendments. But we want to know which ones did you make in this document, in this agreement, and which ones you did not make. Distinguish. Ben says, oh, because they said, the lawyer said, oh yeah, we made amendments, so therefore, that's it. But what Ben doesn't realize, the complaint was not just about amendments. It was about extracting the signature page and attaching it to the new document. No, Ben didn't see that part. That part was never addressed. So the lawyers did not say anybody is innocent yet. But to run with it and say that there were amendments made by the lawyers, therefore it closes the case. The complaint was not hinged on one item. It was about additional amendments being made, and the lawyers were being asked, who made these amendments? Did you go ahead to make additional amendments, or did you not make additional amendments? Because the lawyers were asked to make 10 amendments, to make 10 changes to the document. Okay. 10 changes. So, during the review, the investigation, they found out that yes, the 10 things the lawyers were asked to change, there were additional 10 things. I mean, there were additional 18 things that were changed. So now they went back to the lawyers. Did you make additional 18 changes? Please tell us. Because we found the 10 things that you changed, but then we also found additional 18 things that were changed. So tell us whether you made 18 additional changes. Well, Ben knows that. Ben knows that the report says very clearly that the lawyers were authorized to make amendments, but there were additional 18 changes that were made. My brother Ben takes this line and runs with it. The lawyers not clear coming, so the lawyers say they made amendments. The lawyers are asking a question. This is what the lawyers say here. Whether the proposed amendment made by the lawyers was changed without their consent. It's a question. The lawyers did not answer the question. The lawyers did not say, yes, we made amendments, and having looked at the document, those are the only amendments we found that were made to the document. No. Ben, my brother, if the lawyers had said, we read the document you sent us, we compared the amendments that we made with the amendments we saw in the document, it's 100% consistent. Therefore, no additional amendments were made. Then you can run with it, Ben. Then you can say, oh, but the lawyer just said that the amendments they made, nobody else made any amendments. But Ben, you can't say that. The lawyer said whether the amendments that were made by the lawyers was changed without their consent. The lawyers alluded that they made amendments. They alluded. But the lawyers did not say that the amendments they made, whether there were additions or there were no additions. The question is not whether there were amendments made. There were amendments made. But how many amendments did the lawyers make? That is the question. Whether there were any changes. That is the question. The lawyers didn't answer that, Ben. The lawyer said, Madam Chair, you're asking us whether after we made those amendments, whether there were any additional amendments. That's it, oh. That's it, oh. Ben didn't understand that question. Ben just ran with it. Oh, the lawyer said they made amendments. Oh. But Ben, is that the only issue that was raised? No, Ben. The other issue is that the signature page was extracted from the old document and attached to the new document. Oh, you don't see that part? Did the lawyers address that? Did they say that there was no signature page extracted? I'm asking my brother Ben. Did they say that the signature page was extracted or not extracted? They did not say anything at all. The cowardly lawyers, I'm going to call them that. That's how we're going to keep calling them. Cowardly lawyers. Let them get mad. I don't give a damn. I tell people exactly how I feel. The cowardly lawyers did not say whether there were additional amendments made or whether there were no additional amendments made. They did not say that. The cowardly lawyers also did not say whether the signature page was extracted from the May 19 document and attached to the new document coming submitted. They did not say that. Ben Tammy runs with it. And the ANC folks, they don't care about the facts. No. But let me go ahead and read. I'm going to read further. I'm just going to read close the damn letter because it's a useless long letter. Madam Chair, we as lawyers voluntarily agree to support a process as part of our patriotic commitment to our country. We did so knowing that our contribution will assist in reconciling and engendering an environment for better collaboration and coordination. We note with concern, however, that the issues raised in your letter of October 12, 2021, and upon which we are requested to opine means to give your opinion, which we are requested to opine have become the subject of intense internal and external discussions over the past several weeks. This has rendered the process overwhelmingly political, thereby marginalizing the efficacy and effect of the document. Under these circumstances, we find it extremely difficult to advise on the issues presented to us. Oh, my brother Ben didn't see the part letter.
Yeah.
Ben didn't read the part letter. The part letter that says, under these circumstances, we find it extremely difficult to advise on the issues presented to us. Notwithstanding, may we remind you that there are risks associated with the unceasing public engagements on this matter. Accordingly, we advise that some form of collective restraint is put in place and that the political leaders urgently exert efforts to bring closure to this matter. Shut your damn mouths. They ask you to do a legal opinion based on what you did with a document. You say you can't do it. Then you can't advise as you were requested to advise. But you ever open your mouth and say, you go tell a thing in the Zobush. When they say restraint, that what it means. You know, Baka, you got to exercise restraint. You know, you go to the thing in the Zobush. You know, and the matter needs to be close. How will the matter be close when you tell? I'm very disappointed. By the way, my own lawyer is involved, Councillor Finlay Kanga. They were asked to do a piece of job. They refused to do the piece of job. They said they can't do it. They said they can't do it. They said they can't do it. Then they want to advise us that we must go talk in the Zobush. Oh, you can't do the job we asked you to do. Then you say we must go talk in the Zobush. That's what we should do. That's what the lawyer said. Now I say, my brother, Ben, read that part of the letter. The lawyer said they will not get any opinion. They will not get any advice. But then, still, my brother, the letter the lawyer then wrote and said, we will not give you any opinion. Then still, my brother, the letter clear comments. How does he understand that letter? But I will leave it. I know my brother Ben supports Ellis Cummings, which is his right to do so. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But we go right back to this matter. Now, Wagai, our party, my party, the All Liberian Party, it was our political leader that blew the whistle about the alterations and the improper, criminal, fraudulent submission of the document. If the CPP cannot take action on this matter, our party is considering compelling our political leader to take action, that our party will take action, that we will take action. If the CPP leadership will not act, we will act. Because our chairman's signature was forged. In a sense, that's what happened. You and I signed a document on May 19th, okay? We were supposed to sign another document in June. For you to wait for me to review that document, see whether I agree with the document. You didn't do it. You go, you tear the signature page from the old document, attach it to the new document, and you submit that document. That's forgery. Okay? That's forgery. If I did it to you, I have just committed a crime against you, okay?
Yeah.
You take the old page, you attach it to the new page, to the new document, because you didn't want me to read, or I didn't want you, okay, to read the new document and see what's in it. So I just took the old page. Now, our party is considering, seriously considering. And you see, CPP is not a merger. We are independent political parties. We don't belong to Unity Party. We don't belong to Liberty Party. We don't belong to ANC. Our party, if our political leader, and I'm talking publicly just so you all can hear me, if our political leader cannot convince his colleagues for them to, that fraudulent document that they sent to the NEC, to take action about it, we, our party, will go and have an executive meeting. We're discussing among ourselves, and I'm going to tell you this, we are considering taking legal action. We're not worried about CPP. CPP does not seem to know what they want to do. Our party will take legal action against the people who went and committed fraud, made fraudulent representation in our name. Because if you go and attach my document, my old signature for one old document to a new document, you have just committed fraud against me. We will take legal action. Under the law, when somebody commits the act of forgery, we will go to the court, to the magisterial court, and we can sue. We can go to the court, and we can have a writ of we can file a case. Our party is considering that. I'm going to repeat this. Ben Ayew may be our political leader, but he does not own the ALP. We're giving them up until Friday. If by Friday the CPP cannot take action, our party, which is an independent party, we're going to take action. We're going to call an executive committee meeting, and we will take action. We will mandate that we go to the court. Our signature was criminally forged. We didn't sign no damn document. Yet, somehow, a document surfaced at the Election Commission, and our signature appeared on it. That's forgery against us. We're going to take action. We'll carry it to the law because CPP can't handle it. That is the position of the ALP. We are considering that position. Many of us, we've been discussing, we're going to go take action. Saying I'm not able to take action, we'll carry it to the law. Say I want to discuss it in Zobush, we'll carry it to the law. That's what ALP going to do. Some of them take our signature, they put it on document. We sign document May 19. Then we look, you go take signature from May 19, you attach it to the June document. So, and you make it shama. Yeah. You make it shama. We are going to go to the court and we'll take action. That's what we are going to do. The ALP will take action. We're not going to wait for that. Let us see people be playing Yankan. And we are consulting among ourselves at the level of the ALP. We are an independent party. We were injured. How were we injured? We were injured because some Sanama swine decided to take our damn signature, our old document, and attach it to a new document. It's absolute nonsense. We're going to take action. We will take action. That is what we are. And you know what? Mr. Yuri may be our political leader, but he does not own our party. Let me just tell you this. The ALP does not belong to Bernard Yuri. Now, he may want to be dragging his feet, working with his colleagues, going with this thing in circles, but we're not going to do that. We're not here for weakness. Somebody did wrong. Criminal, not wrong. It's a criminal offense. Okay?
Yeah.
You and I signed a document May 19. We decided to make amendments to the document. We were discussing the amendments. We're reviewing the document. You go ahead behind my back, or I go ahead behind your back. I take the old signature page from the first document we signed that has been voided. Because once we made changes to the new one, the old one has been voided. But I take that old signature page and I attach it to the new one and I submit it. In private, when we go to meetings, I admit that I did that. In public, when we come to the public, I make beam off. Oh, back away, man. I didn't do that. Why are you talking? In public, I go and say, oh, back, just give me a chance. You know, we'll face that thing. And we'll say, the ALP, we are considering taking that step. This nonsense is too much. We're tired. We're going to go to the court. Now, the people that took our signature and attached it to the new document, they will go to the court. Oh, yeah. We're going to take the ANC to court. And the person around, let them go to the court and let them go prove where we signed a new document. Let them go to the court and prove where we signed a new document. That is the action we are going to take. We'll go to court, prove it where Bernard Yure and Theodore JSB Momo, our party chairman, whether they both signed a new document. You take a May 19 document and you attach it to a June document. How can the signature page be May 19? And then the document itself carries June 18. Then the notary stamp carries what? July 14. You not see document being notarized. You sign the document. The signature page says May 19. Then the document is not. Then the notary stamp says July 14. So that means that the one document got multiple signatures. I mean multiple dates.
Yeah.
The signature page says May 19 on the document. Then the notary stamp said July 14. Then the document itself has June 18. What kind of nonsense is that? How can you have one document with multiple dates? How can you have the document itself got June 18 and the notary stamp is saying July 14? So after you put a date on the document, you wait 1 month later before you notarize the document? It doesn't make sense. It is an illegal thing. And when they go to meetings, Ellis Comey doesn't make big mouth there. He does not. He sits like a wet freaking rat. He doesn't make big mouth. He comes to the public, he says nonsense. So we are tired with it. Our party will take action. And we're not waiting for Bernard Ure because our party does not belong to Bernard Ure. We will take action. How the hell can you take our signature from the old document and you attach it to a new one? Then you sit down there and expect us to not take action. We will take action in our party. We're not waiting for a unity party. We don't take instructions from Joe Parker. We don't take instructions from anybody. We are an independent political party. And because they are dragging their feet on this matter, they contacted the cowardly lawyers who will not take action. We have the right to take action. Because you know what, Buckeye? Our party was injured. You criminally and illegally misrepresented us. You took our old signature from an old document that we previously signed and voided. You extracted the old signature page and you went and attached it to a new document that we did not sign, that we did not approve. It's a criminal offense against our party. If the other parties do not want to act because they want to go talk it the Zobu's way, we will compel our political leader to take action. I'm telling you today, you think I'm joking. We gave the CPP folks till Friday. I'm not saying you're making big money. We are consulting among our party at the leadership level. By Friday, if the CPP people cannot act, that fraudulent document that was submitted, if you do not withdraw that document to correct this madness that was done by Ellis Cummings, we will compel our party leadership to take action to go to the court. We'll give you until Friday, which is the day after tomorrow. If you think we're joking, wait and see. And the good thing is, we are not a merger. We are an independent political party. So is every other party in the CPP. They maintain their independent identities. It's not a merger. We, as an independent party, were injured by this criminal fraudulent act. You take an old signature page. They went to several meetings. They asked Ellis Cummings, why does the document have this old signature page? The man can talk. Ellis Cummings, where is the document you submitted to the NEC? Up to now, he has not produced the document. Up to now, we're going to take action. So when we go to the court, then you know what they're going to start doing now? They're going to start begging us. Oh, y'all just withdraw the case. Y'all know you can't bring CPP to that kind of public dispute. How you will carry Cummings to court? Well, we're going to carry Cummings to court. We're not going to carry CPP to court. Our party will pressure Bernard Ure, the leader of our party. We're going to go to court, to the magisterial court, because our signature, they're not just Ure signature alone. Theodore JSB Momo, our party chairman, his signature was placed on the new document and he did not read it and he did not approve it. Bernard Ure's signature as our political leader was also attached on the new document and he did not read it and he did not approve. So we have the right to pursue legal recourse under the law. And that is what we are building that consensus among ourselves, and we're going to do that. Y'all go to the court now, Bogart. Cummings will have to go to the court and show proof where Bernard Ure signed that June document. The document is in that. Look, this thing has to be resolved in the court, Bogart. We'll go to the court. Let Ellis Cummings prove where Bernard Ure signed the document, where Theodore Momo signed the document. We don't care about the other party leaders. They don't want to act. That is their business. But we will go to court. If they don't resolve this thing here, by Friday, we're gonna make a decision among ourselves at the executive committee. I may not sit on the executive committee, but we have influence with people there. And we've already begun this discussion. Enough is enough. We're not waiting for CPP to mediate anything. We don't want any mediation. A criminal offense happened, and we want to seek legal redress as an independent, duly registered political organization. That is what we're going to do, Bogart. Let's go to the phone lines. So as for your lawyers, they're your business. Y'all let a lawyer be talking nonsense. For us, we're carrying the man to court. The man will prove. The man will prove where we signed the document. Cummings will prove it. He will prove where we signed the document. And we will prove that the signature he attached to that document is made 1919 because it carries the date. What guy?
Yeah.
It carries the date. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
It carries a date. So we are going to go to court. You'll be taking our fun. The man will go answer in the court where we sign the document. It's a criminal behavior. It's a criminal matter. So we are going to take it to the law. If the CPP cannot address it, we're going to go to the law. Let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there.
Okay, 0770-102-103-83 The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. That's the WhatsApp number. Let's take. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. Good morning, Costa.
Welcome.
This is Samuka Kone. Thank you very much for what you are actually lifting. I am very, very disappointed. Look, this is the way Liberia is actually, we always keep regressing. Bigger minds, people consider together to go and every document. The document is very clear. For them to be able to identify all the pitfalls and let people to understand those who are fought. Then they set down because they are criminal minded. They went to shut down there. They don't want to actually for the world to understand. This is the reason why the country can go ahead. Realistically, if we need very council that want to go review that document, everything is really clear. They should have spelled it out. What sort of disappointment is that? And C3 leadership must be able to act on this particular issue. Other than that, any legal stand from the end of the AFP will support them to take coming to court. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number this morning. Okay. Sorry for that. 0770-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231. Okay, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Braga, and good morning to Heron Pedro Costa. This is the Costa Show, right?
Welcome. Your name? Where are you calling us from?
I'm Thomas William calling from Minnesota.
Welcome, Thomas.
Braga, I'm very disappointed in those lawyers. These are the lawyers who are going to serve as justice minister. These are the lawyers who are going to serve as associate justices. These are the lawyers who are going to serve as solicitor general when the CPP should have come to power. And now we are seeing an action. They are not able to render simple opinion on issues that are lingering in the public and everybody listening to bring closure to the issue. There's no way you can bring full closure to the CPP framework saga if justice is not rendered. Why is it justice? We need an opinion. We have given you a document to review and make amendment. People, tell us what was the amendment you made and what the committee do. If committee is not guilty, give an opinion. An opinion, and the only way you can bring full closure to this framework issue is to be honest and give it and bring people a report. Now we are calling about the TRC. Why do we want war crime court? People want war crime court to be out of the issue, but we are saying that because we want full closure to the 14 years of civil process. We need a war crime court to know or to be accountable.
But I gotta take more calls. You know, there are lots of people calling.
Thank you. Let's take Mr. Vadi from this other angle here.
Yes, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, this is Vadi calling for other side.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as my brother was saying, these judges, they are here to get kill people. We're not going to guard favoritism for anybody. If it is go against Costa, let us say that they won't go against Costa. This is why we're talking about justice. But they can sit and practice injustice in this country and try to help somebody who go against our rule and regulation. It may not. There's no need for us to form political party. There's no need for us to run. Let's just for a monarchy government in the country. Let one person, when the person get it, until the person that they continue being ruling, let's get to the team.
All right. Thank you so much.
How can you go and say lawyers, you can't even give a legal opinion on a matter? You're concerned about hurting somebody's feelings.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Elizabeth. Sonny Cody Pickett. I'm calling from Paris, France.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much. And hi to my chairman, Mr. Heron Costa. And I just called to tell you thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this action that you are taking. Your party will take tomorrow or this week because if I don't want him to give us the paper worker. And we, the paper worker, will be stressed with us. Either he will not go and back up like the lawyers because this is secret. We cannot have a criminal among us to wait for to go to 2023. Mr. Cummings he either wrong and nobody should back him. And the lawyers are backing him. And with Mr. Walker, you are listening to us. We are supporters there in the dark forest like me. We don't want to support it support Mr. Cummings and Mr. Chairman Henry Costa, his father and the party that will be going with him. I'm going to support it. And if it's unnatural, we're going to do it because we want to get rid of Mr. Cummings because back in 2023, he's going to get us a cow.
Okay.
He's not getting his help now. Because he's giving all hell, not us getting his help now.
All right. Thank you so much. Now we'll take somebody from the angle here. Good morning.
Good morning.
You say I signed the document. I said I
Welcome.
didn't sign it.
Yeah, good morning, brother. Good morning, Costa. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You know, this document being discussing, people need to understand. And I want Costa to understand that this is Gomo anyway. Gomo says I want Costa to understand that Kumi didn't come in CPP to make things happen right. You remember the first by-election in Grand Kema? You remember? You remember the by-election, I mean the election in Makante, when CPP presented a candidate. What happened? ANC, the boycotted. The man said you got the wrong on your own. You know the reason we lost Nima? The reason we lost Nima, that lady lost Nima because ANC candidate boycotted. You didn't go along with the people.
Okay.
These are things that we need to look at. Look at the first press statement from Kumi. When he took it down, he admitted. I think Costa need to understand that. Costa need to know. Kumi admitted the first document.
I saw that, yeah. He did a post blogger in which he admitted that he did alterations, but he did it in good faith. Then he took it down and put a new post up.
He admitted that. Hey.
Yeah, I saw it. Everybody saw it.
All right, thank you so much.
You know what they call it? They call it a Freudian slip, where you
take this person
where you confess to a crime or to an action or to an act, and, you know, and then you later on you realize that you did it and try to change it. That's what he did.
Hello?
He committed a Freudian slip.
Joshua, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Joshua Wilson. I call you from Pennsylvania, Harrisburg.
People are low on that line, man. Do something about it.
But what the lawyers did, it is even more painful than the 14-year Christ, the war that we had in our country. Knowing the fact that you have people being accused, and whenever you are being accused, the only thing that is left is for you to go through judgment. And those lawyers know about it exactly. So where is the judgment in the case? Who should be vindicated? We needed an honest opinion from the judges, no matter what.
They refuse to give it instead of telling us their personal opinion. So we're going to resolve the matter.
After the mere fight that they left it open. Like Costa said, we are really, really disappointed in the lawyers, and they had no space within our political arena.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, who asked them? Who asked them for the personal opinion? Oh, we advise y'all to exercise restraint to go and discuss the matter in-house. We didn't ask you for your damn personal opinion. We asked you for a legal opinion. If you can't provide a legal opinion, just keep quiet. Just tell us, you know what? We don't want to give any opinion on the matter. We are sorry. I don't got to tell us, oh, and I come to you, Baka, say I want justice. Anytime I say, my man, Baka, you know, just go to the hall and just sit down in your room and just suck it up like a big ball. You know what I mean? And suck it up like a big ball, Please don't make noise. And so. That's what the lawyer said to us. We should just suck it up. Suck it up. We should go and just accept it. Yeah. Nonsense. Nobody asked you for your opinion on what we should do. We ask you for your legal opinion because you were involved in this matter. We asked you for legal opinion. Then you can't get all yours on it. Yeah. So we will go discuss it in-house. Exercise restraint. And go talk it to that. Exercise restraint. Benin made Labrador looking the way looking so we can't G no hall. the dirtiest capital city in the whole world. The poorest people on the face of the earth, all the resources we got, because we always want to go discuss something behind closed door. Yeah, that's the reason why we are where we are. Take more calls here, Boga.
All right,
It's
let's
a
see.
simple thing. And that is talk up lawyers that want to be minister of justice and won't be government officials when we win tomorrow. So they can go there and protect their friend there.
Good morning.
People. Disappointing you.
I just do I'm not getting. Let's take Noah Zao Gibson from this line here. Noah, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, our general. Good morning, our hero. I am 1,000,000% in support of your decision. Look, we got to learn how to stop pushing the in this country. The first thing here, Costa, when we're reading our letter, we talk about resolving the political leaders, resolving the family. But there's nothing happening if you don't say your opinion on anything. And what's the resolve? What is that a result? You see the conversation there? Look, anywhere you put it, this letter, the operation, thing is not being defeated. And like you said, sometimes we support coming, which is a political right. But it should not be at the detriment, it should not be at the detriment of the people. Now, this thing will come in and say, Costa, bring your problem in CPP. So who bring your problem in CPP and the Costa?
No, I don't want to finger on the document.
Support ARP on this. ARP goal to support you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah. Now take somebody from the WhatsApp.
Now, I don't want to finger on the document. Now, I don't want to told the signature page from the old document attached to the new one. So, of course, I want to bring trouble in CPP. Now, I don't want to be president.
Yeah, good morning to you, Barker. Monday, once again.
I got to do something about that thing, though. So we putting our phone to that thing there. Let's talk about it after the show. We got to stop that. It's not decent.
Go ahead.
Those lawyers, they have taken pride from commies. This is why they don't want to say the truth. Okay, let's put it in this way. I have a problem in my house. Or my wife is cheating on me, and I'm serious about it. I call you to come and judge the case. Then you are telling me to go solve it in the house. To tell you that those Solomon Swan have taken the bribe from commies. This is why they want to do it. And I want to call on our political leader, Joseph Yamon Bwaga. If they are not saying anything, we are going to court. We stand with our leader. We behind him. We are going to court, and everything, this thing must come out. We are not going to solve it in the house. It's the same thing that makes the country going out today. Most of the Liberians are out. They can't even go back home today because of this same thing that is going on in the country.
All right.
Every one of us are tired. Waka, I'm saying we are angry about it, and we want to know the truth, everything behind the whole thema. Thank you, Waka, and thank you to our leader, RMP Costa.
Thank you so much, Basaba. Let's see. Okay, another caller here quickly. Uncle Mark. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, morning, Boga. Good morning, Henry. And frankly, you hearing me, right?
Yeah, you're live.
Okay, very good. I for today, I think for once, I want to disagree with Henry. For the fact that the letter that the lawyers wrote, the lawyers said it plainly. Yeah, look, we in country, upon review of the said document, we made a number of revisions, both in substance and structure. And at a meeting convened for that purpose, attended by the leadership of the four parties. When they presented that document, the four parties were there. After that, number 4, they have never had anything to do with the document. So that means that after that presentation, when it went back to the ANC or it went back to the CPB leadership for submission of deck, something happened to it, they don't know. And ARP is saying something happened to the document after we have done a revision from the lawyer's revision, or reading from the lawyer's revision. That means something happened to the document before it went to deck, or why it was on its way to deck. But however, The lawyers are saying we don't want too much issue because the risks far exceed the noise you guys are saying here. There is a risk. Yes, I agree with the lawyers. There is a risk. The risk here you're giving somebody second term. Okay? The risk is that you continue to beat all your odds, you continue to beat all your chances that you had December 2020. We should have maximized the gains of the December 2020.
So, Mark, what should we do, Mark?
Costa is hello, Uncle Mark.
Ask my brother what we should do. We should just forget it, eh?
Costa is asking, what should we do now? Should we forget it?
Forget it. To me, to be frank, I would use the word, this is shit, anyway, forget it.
No, I disagree with you, Mark. Wait, let me ask you a question.
Costa, I want to ask you a question, Uncle Mark.
So, you and I signed a document on May 19. We hired lawyers to make changes to the document. The lawyers brought the draft. You took it behind my back. You didn't wait for us to conclude the review and to approve the new draft. You told the old signature page on the old document on May 19. You attached it to the new one and you filed a document. And then later on, I find out that you made changes that I did not approve of. And you want me to forget it. Right, Mike? Let me answer my question.
You must forget it in the sense that now we do not have the time for this fighting. And
I disagree with you, Mark. That is exactly why Liberia is the way it is. Somebody do you wrong, and then you say, let's just move on.
Everybody, yeah, it was wrong. I condemn that my signature was swapped or whatsoever. But for me, the risk involved in the whole thing far exceed any
that
benefit.
Is the difference with me.
So
once
for me,
it's not done the right way, there was a criminal intent. Okay, I will not forget it.
Okay. Right thing, they want unity, they want some sanctity in the CPP.
Okay.
So
No. All right.
Okay. Mike, let me tell you something. Mike, that they forget it makes Liberia looking the way it's looking. Huh? I'm sorry. The typical Liberian mentality. Oh, yeah. I can't buy land from you. What guy? Huh?
Yeah.
I can't buy land from you. We face a land deed. The land deed said you sort of send me 5 acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
We signed the first land deed. Then the surveyor said, oh, let's do the new deed. Then you go on a new deed where the surveyor made some changes. What do? You reduce the size of the land from 5 acres to what guy? To 4 acres.
4 acres.
Then the first land deed was signed. You take the signature from there, you put it on a new deed. Then you go carry it, you carry it to the archive, you probate it. All I think is that the same deal. Now knowing you now reduce my land from 5 acres to 4 acres. Then I go find out, but the deed to the archive already, but how to deal with the archive when I sign it? How I sign the deed? They say, my man, just forget it, man. I had to move 1 acre from there, and so that, and let's just move forward. That's what my brother Mike is saying. Forget it. Let's just forget it because we want to win. Forget it. We want to win. Mike, I disagree with you too. I disagree with you. You only want to win, Mike. That's all you want to do. You just want to win. You don't care whether we do it the right way, whether we do it crooked G way. It's easy for some of you to say this because Daniel's signature was false. It's easy. There's something else, guy. The lawyers wrote a letter on the issue of the withdrawal clause. They said, look, we don't know yet. We need clarity from the Elections Commission. So what we're going to do, we're going to write a letter. The lawyers drafted a letter for Ellis Cummings as the chairman of CPP. The lawyer said, look, send this letter to the Elections Commission as the chairman. Ask the Elections Commission to interpret for us the law regarding if a political party that is a member of a collaboration decides to withdraw from that collaboration. What consequences would befall that political party. What will happen to them? They gave that draft letter to Ellis Cummings for Cummings to send a letter in. Guess what Cummings did? They said, we will not put any withdrawal clause in the document until we get the response from the Elections Commission. You know, before I go further with this thing, I want to start here and say something. Joe Bogai, Yombly, and Benana, they acted very negligently. I will say it very publicly here, Bogai. They signed document, they left the process, they are copies of the original document. They want Cummings also to go notarize and everything and bring it. They never even got it until 1 year later. This is a typical Liberian man attitude. We are lazy to do things the right way. You know, when Cummings said, this is the truth. When Cummings said that day in Minnesota, these are the people who won't be president, but they can read document before they sign it. Well, they did read the document, but then they did not follow up to get their copies. One year later, what does it do? Does it not scare you, Bogai? Cummings has a point there, and I will publicly say this. Cummings has a point. You sign the document, you turn your back. You didn't even wait to get your copies. You just went. 1 year later, you say asking Cummings, please bring the original copy. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The draft letter, the one the lawyers drafted to give to Ellis Cummings to send to the Elections Commission to find out what the law says when you withdraw from a collaboration. They did not even follow up, Bogai. They did not even follow up to know what the Election Commission said. You did a draft letter. You gave the draft letter to Cummings. The lawyers did a draft. Mr. Cummings, send the draft to the Elections Commission. We want to hear from the NEC before we put withdrawal clause in this document. For the time being, no withdrawal clause will be in the document. Send the document to the NEC. The letter. Let the NEC tell us what the law says. Listen, Obaga.
I'm listening.
The lawyers give Cummings the draft letter. They say, based on what the lawyers, the NEC will say, we can now determine what the withdrawal clause in the document will look like. So for the time being, there was no withdrawal clause in the document. They did not check to find out whether they did not check to find out what the NEC said. Y'all listen, all our leaders are guilty. Ure is guilty, Boga is guilty, Yombly is guilty. They were negligent. Let me repeat. They were negligent. They did not find out, and y'all think y'all acting like y'all ain't no hearing, because I tell anybody the truth. It scares me. Boga, does it not scare you? That these people they got an important document, they will turn their back on it for 1 year. My brother, they did not find out. They did not find out whether Jesus Christ. They did not find out what the next said. That draft letter, the lawyers drafted the letter and gave it to Cummings. Cummings, put the letter on your CPP letter here as chairman. File the letter to the Election Commission. Ask them, what does the law say, the election law say, when it comes to what? When it comes to withdrawing from a collaboration as a political party. Guess what, Bogai? Our men and Youngly left. They never bothered. They never looked back. So when Cummings didn't hear from them, you know what Cummings did? Cummings took it upon himself to put his own withdrawal clause in the document. 1 year later, now they are complaining, oh, we put no withdrawal clause there. What a letter you wrote to NEC. What a letter that you were supposed to send to NEC. You see what they did? They trusted Ellis Cummings. Well, yes, I know they were asking for the copy for over a year. But why did they wait to take action now? They kept asking. I know about the copy of the document, they kept asking. Every now and then they will ask. That's true. That one are true. They are original copies because there were 5 copies of the document. They kept asking, Mr. Cummings, where are our copy? Where are our copy? Cummings would say, oh, I will send it. Again, they were supposed to take action. But they did not. But on the other issue where they really blunder, on the other issue, the withdrawal clause. There was no withdrawal clause in the document. The lawyers drafted a letter for Ellis Cummings to send to NEC. Ellis Cummings did not wait, or did not even, there's no record to show that Cummings sent a letter to NEC. There is no record to show that Ellis Cummings sent a letter to NEC. Now, Cummings, who tells everybody he clean hands, he working color, he has integrity, he did not tell them whether he sent a letter. They've asked Ellis Cummings, did you ever send a letter to NEC? Cummings just say now, bang bang. Ellis Cummings, the letter the lawyers drafted or gave you to send to the NEC to inquire so that it would inform our decision on what the withdrawal clause would be. Did you send a letter to NEC? Bang bang. Ellis Cummings, what do you say? Bang bang. Cummings can't talk. Ellis Cummings can't talk. So Cummings proceeded to put his own withdrawal clause in a document. And you know what a withdrawal clause is, boy guy?
No.
Look, that got a hell of a go. So Cummings realized that they were not asking him because they did not ask him. They just did it and they moved on. So Cummings put his own withdrawal clause in the document. Cummings said in the document, he said, if you withdraw from the CPP, you will not be allowed to field candidates in the name of your party. That they won't Cummings put in the document. A black guy who, under the Liberian Constitution, has the right to freely associate.
Yeah.
A black guy chooses to leave the CPP. Black guy will not be allowed to participate with anybody else for the rest of his life. Basically, no. That's what Ellis Cummings saying.
Wow.
So Cummings put it in the document. That's why you saw the ANC people running away. Oh, that thing they're making BMO, they said they will go somewhere. They can't go. We're holding that tag. But even that, Article 2 of the Liberian Constitution is very clear. It says, and I'm not quoting it verbatim, but it says this: any law, any statute, any decree, any treaty that comes in conflict with any provisions of this Constitution shall have no legal effect. So, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia allows for what? For free association. I can associate with you today and I can choose to no longer associate with you and I can go on and be on my own. Ellis Cummings essentially is saying that that provision of the Constitution that guarantees freedom of association, he's saying when you leave the CPP, you cannot go put up your own candidate in your own party's name. So our political leaders trusted Ellis Cummings so much. For over 1 year, they kept asking him for their copies of the document. He never gave it. They didn't care. They didn't take action. They never asked him, Cummings, that letter the lawyer drafted for you to send to the NEC that we all are aware of, that we all said, let's wait until we hear from the NEC. Let the NEC tell us what the law is regarding when you withdraw. What did the NEC ever say to you? Did you ever send that letter? Can you show us a copy? They never asked. It was only recently they asked after Mr. Ure blew the whistle. So now they're asking Ellis Cummings now, black guy, where is the letter? You were supposed to write to the NEC. Cummings can produce the letter. Black guy, are you there?
I'm here.
They're asking the man, Cummings, the letter you were supposed to write to NEC, that letter that was supposed to inform our decision as to what the withdrawal clause should be. Where is the letter? Cummings gave the letter. They waited for 1 year. Okay, listen. So some of the blame goes to our political leaders. And I would tell them publicly, they trusted this guy. Forget the trust. They were lackadaisical and they were negligent, and they must accept it. Okay? You and I can be signing document. I leave everything with you. I turn my back. And then 1 year later, I stay asking you, Waka, what my copy of the document? Oh, my man, I will get you that document, man. Waka, what my copy? Oh, my man, I will get you that document. Automatically, something will register. That's what Cummings said in Minnesota. What did he say, Waka? He said, what kind of people they saw? The people won't be leaders, but they can't read. That's what he meant. Our leaders were negligent. It is the truth. We must tell them the truth. Now, many of us in Liberia will have the culture where we don't tell our people the truth, but we will tell you the truth. They should have asked Ellis Cummings, where is the letter that you were supposed to send to the Elections Commission to inquire from them what would happen if a certain party decides to withdraw from the collaboration? They did not do that. They did not do that. No. So they just left it with Cummings. So Cummings did exactly what he wanted to do. The people asking all the time, so how does the document benefit Cummings? You want to know? The changes that were supposedly made, how do they benefit Cummings? Oh, for example, Cummings put his own withdrawal clause. He said, no, nobody can leave. If you leave, you can't put up a candidate on your own, which is unconstitutional, by the way. Anything that is not consistent with the Constitution of the Republic, it does not have any legal effect. So that one he put there, you can go challenge it in the court and say, no. The Constitution says that I can freely associate. I can leave whenever I leave. But that is what happened. That's what we need to see. Let's go back to the phone lines. We still got time. So that's what we're going to do. In our party, the All Liberian Party, we will take action. We're waiting. That document that is a neck that our political leader and our party chairman did not sign. But how can you have a document that says, that has a date, June 8, 18, but then the signature page, Gawa, May 19. Okay, Baga, it would make sense if the document has the original date, June 18, and the signature date is maybe July. So you could say, you know what? Maybe after they drafted the document, they kept it for 1 month before they signed it, right? You could say that, even though normally that's not what people do. Once you're about to sign that document, you got to go and do edits and change the date to make it current. But let's say, fine. But in this case, in Ellis Cummings' case, it's reversed. The document carries June 8, 18, but the signature carries May 19. So they signed the document before the document was even drafted, the document was signed. The document was not even in existence here, but it was already signed. How can the date of the signature page carry May 19, but then the document carries June 8, 18? Then the notary stamp, when they notarize the document, it carries July 14.
different dates.
So different dates. This is a guy that tells us his hands are clean. He came from Coca-Cola. At Coca-Cola, is that what they did there? Huh? Is that what you all used to do at Coca-Cola? Your document carries different dates. The document says June 18. The signature page says May 19. The notary stamp says July 14. Right there, my people. You start asking questions. Oh, the document says June 18. The signature page says May 19. The notary stamp says July 14. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. The next time you get coming document, and that 8 signatures at 8 different days will be on one document. This is the problem. The one document get 3 different dates. Some people say 4. I have discovered 3. The original document got June 18. The signature page got May 19. The notary stamp got July 14. Let's take some more calls there, Baka. This is a guy from Coca-Cola. At Coca-Cola, that's what they do. Their documents carry multiple dates. Yeah, that's what they do at Coca-Cola. Mr. Clean Hands. Let's take a few more calls, Baka. We got 13 minutes to go.
All right, 0770.
The ALP, we reserve the right as an independent party in this collaboration to defend our party. Our party has been injured. You have fraudulently represented our party, the signature of our political leader and the signature of our chairman were fraudulently attached to a document that we did not sign, that we did not review, that we did not approve of. It's a criminal offense, and we will take action. Yeah, you are right. The submission date is June 13. Thank you, Jethro. What? No, that's when the lawyer submitted the original draft. The lawyer submitted. No, but I don't want to talk about this. I'm talking about the copy that Yombly requested from the neck of the document coming submitted. 3 different dates. Let's take some more calls.
Let's take somebody on the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
We're not going to leave that here. Talking about reconciliation.
Yeah, welcome. Go
We
ahead.
want justice. We don't want reconciliation. We want justice.
You see, the document issue here, the lawyer then the statement they put out that the document follow the amount. They can advise the political parties on what to do. This is why they ask you to investigate and come out with a finding. So if you can't solve the problem, then why will you agree to even go through the process? This just shows to the Liberian people that these people are not honest to us. They are not honest. And Councillor Benedict Sano, who put his signature on that document, you have disappointed the Liberian people. You are following the trend of Barney Sherman, who bending rules in our country there. And this is the same trend that you are following. We are very, very disappointed in the lawyers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ansumela from Baltimore. Let's take this. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. Good morning, Costa.
Welcome.
I'm Timothy Smith, calling for Secretary.
All right.
No, Costa, let me say something about brother. You get our backing on ground. We're watching you and we're monitoring the particular document business. Because we that on ground here that we moving around so many questions that coming to us. So we're not leaving the document business because tomorrow when CPP state power they will change our constitution to run for 12 times without embarrassment. And then come in just see that we're not leaving anything, we're not leaving it. We're not leaving nothing. Because we the voter, the problem you get out of what you say you just want to be president, you just have to all what you say, but you know what people other you play America, you walk on everything. You will just fucking know and when you're for it. We will not be here. Because our people say that there is smoke, there is fire. So more we get the power you. So more of us not the power you have to document be so more of us I will tell people we have to document you play no we don't really that. If we would take the power tomorrow, we want to protect the player. We did not prepare what protection because we are the power of the food. Tomorrow we're coming to the power of the city, you're going to power to protect the we said no.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. We take more calls. 0770-102-102-886. Pick up judgment. I don't know. I get a feedback. 0770-102. Let's take this person from this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Pastor. Good morning, Pastor. Good morning, Pastor.
Welcome, Pangombo.
Okay, Pastor.
that will persecute, we will not rest. We will never rest. That's similar to behavior. We will not go to rest. What will you? Just talk to me. I believe my beloved Father is a about that. I believe every one of them. You know very well. You know very well the transmission, the way the phone is getting. And you very well. You know where we go from country. You know who they order. How will you need American message? What person will you go? You see the kind of thing? Tell the paper for Christ. I will know you know the permission for this. They will be cool. They will not be cool. The power is there. They will live for you. It's a part of it. It's a tribute creator. And there's a fool. And President Sanu is going to have because that's actually behind it to come for power.
All right. Thank you so much, Pangomo, for calling in. With more calls. The WhatsApp number is open. That's 231 624171 0770.
So we should forget it. You know, let that go. Forget it. Tomorrow, somebody will finger a concession agreement. Let them forget it. You know, let forget it. You know, the concession agreement, yeah. The Nassau will finger the concession agreement, but let them forget it. Somebody will kill somebody. Oh, you know, the man a big man, even though he killed that person, but that person not that important. Let them forget it. This is the mindset. All the people who say forget it because this thing happened today, tomorrow they will tell you, say, let them forget it when something else happens. And I will not settle for that. Some of us are different. I will, you say, oh, because I want to make trouble, because I want to do that. That's your business. I don't care. We will not forget it. What was done was egregious and it was criminal and it was done willfully. It was not by mistake. It was not done by mistake. Let's take more calls there, okay? We've got 7 more minutes to go. You didn't do it by mistake. How you go forge document, you submit it. Then you say, we will just forget it. And Baga, the point about it, that is a document that is supposed to serve as our constitution to guide us. One man made a decision on it and submitted for all of us. This is not like you wrote one letter and misrepresented the facts in one letter. No, this is the constitution of the CPP. This is the document we're talking about here. Yeah. So we're not talking about, Baga, you muted yourself. I hope you know that. So this is the constitution of the CPP we're talking about here. Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's take some more calls there, Baga. So you're not just talking about one late document. You're talking about the constitution of the CPP. Baga, you know, I don't know what kind of device you guys use. What do you use? You use a computer? You use a phone?
He said my computer is what?
I said, what kind of device? What device do you guys use to connect with me via the StreamYard?
That is StreamYard we're using.
No, I'm not talking about the platform, the software. I'm talking about what gadget? Is it a cell phone? Is it a tablet or computer?
No, it's a computer.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah, so let's take a few more calls. 3 more calls and then we'll close up. They said, like that, forget it, man. The man team the constitution for the CPP, no problem. The one out there, would you use it? But you hear that one?
Yeah.
We're not talking about one letter. What a man, Baga wrote one letter. He misrepresented the facts in a letter. So, okay, it's okay. That letter will not have, you know, a fleeting, I mean, it will not have a lasting effect. So let's just forget it. Fine. But this is what? The constitution of the organization. For as long as the organization exists, this is the thing we're going to use. And then we might just forget it. For example, the document did not have a withdrawal clause. The man put a withdrawal clause there that said when you leave, you can't feel the candidate. Let's just forget it. Let that one stay there. And so, but why you want to go now? Why you want to leave? Say, come here, get point. And the man said, no, nobody want to go. At least we want to be united. Is it the way you understand? Even though they're not with the one put it inside, they're not all put it inside, but you say no problem, let it just stay there. And it not really harming nobody. And where y'all want to go? Y'all want to leave to go somewhere? That is not the point. The point is we didn't put that clause in that document. We didn't put a clause in the document. The document, the letter the lawyer drafted and gave to Alex Cummings to send to the NEC said, wait until we hear from the NEC what the NEC says before we decide what clause, withdrawal clause to enshrine in this document. Come and say, y'all go to hell. I'm going to submit, I'm going to put my own withdrawal clause. Then they say, fine, it's okay. Yeah, let them forget it. The conflict resolution mechanism in the document, when the conflict arises, how it can be resolved. The man made it, he did so many changes to it, convoluted it. Then they're talking about the other day, one of his people from the Liberty Party, one of his supporters were on the radio. She was saying, yes, there were some changes, but they were cosmetic changes. Hello? Cosmetic changes? She said there were cosmetic changes. Oh, yeah, there were changes, but the changes were just cosmetic. Okay. Who the hell told you to change it? If you and I sign a document and we put capital I, and you change it to small I, you don't got right to do it. If we wanted to say this one and you didn't want, you don't have right to do it. You don't have the right to do it. That is the principle. It is the principle for us. You understand? So you can tell me, say, oh, the man sent a document there, and yeah, he changed a few things there, and no problem, and but you let just accept it, and so that we can move forward. Because you want win power. Tomorrow, when somebody go change the finger, the concession agreement, then y'all want make noise. Y'all Liberian people, some of y'all look at the problem, y'all say, y'all just leave it. Tomorrow, the snake will bite you in the behind. Then you will start saying, oh, why we not kill a snake long time? This is what you're saying. You know, the book people got a saying. They say what? A stitch in time to save 9. Let me break it down for y'all. When your trouser get one hole inside, you sew that hole, you pass it. Because when you not pass a small hole, the hole will turn big. Now what the bookman mean by a stitch in time to save 9. You do one stitch. You stitch that one little hole so that you don't got to do 9 stitches later on. You see, a stitch in time to save 9. You sew the one hole so that you can sew 9 holes tomorrow. I can tell my own, I break it down for you to understand. This is a harbinger. Harbinger, a harbinger. What is a harbinger? According to the bookman, a harbinger is a sign of things to come. Like man can say, when your Christmas will be good, you can tell from the what, guy?
From the eve.
Thank you. And you know you'll be figuring document in the CPP government tomorrow, that here it can start at. When they start stealing the cookie from the house and they start picking all the food, okay? Small. That's where the corruption can come from. They go in the room, they lose, they say nobody, they take the bone from the thing, they take the chicken for. That's how the corruption can start. Today, LA coming fingering document. He taking signature page from old document, that's a new one. They say, oh man, you let them forget it for the sake of peace. What good is winning an election with a crook and a criminal? Hello, brother, please tell me, answer my question. You just won't win. You know, we want more Jawia. We Jawia spoil the country. So bad. No problem. Even if we can figure out document in our organization, no problem. You let that win, call you let that leader thing, we move man, at least. And when we can figure out the document, we can do the one. That is what you are telling me. The 10 years I've been risking my life here, you're telling me, say, I'm going to sit down there. So one son of my swan who can finger document, who will just sit down there, so we will win. Tomorrow we'll be fingering the concession agreement, we'll be fingering the document, then we must sit down there, we will agree because we just won't win. Me, I not just won't win. You know, brother, I will tell you a story. There's a movie, it's based on true life. It's called The Kingdom of Heaven. It's one of my favorite movies. And one of my favorite actors is in that movie. He is the lead actor, Orlando Bloom. The Kingdom of Heaven is an old movie set way back in ancient times. This movie is about Jerusalem, the Crusades. A great Muslim king, Saladin. Saladin was a powerful king. And they had a mission. They wanted to conquer Jerusalem. And the Christians were occupying Jerusalem at this time. Orlando Bloom, who was the lead actor in the movie, the king had leprosy. The king was about to die. He knew he was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
The king was about to die. He had a good relationship with Saladin, but Saladin was on a mandate from his people to conquer Jerusalem so they can go and remove the Christians and live in Jerusalem. Jerusalem was a bastion of religious diversity. There were Christians, there were Muslims, there were Jews, and it still is today. They got the mosque there. What, the most beautiful mosque? What is the name of that mosque? I will call the name of that mosque. They got the same place where the Jews and the Muslims and the Christians where they worship. Look, so listen. The king called this boy Billion. That was his name in the movie, Billion. He called Billion and said, "Look, Billion, I'm going to die. This, my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, when I die, this man will become king. Guy Lamont, I think that's his name, Guy. He was a French guy, married to the king's sister, beautiful lady. She fell in love with Billion. And he said, when I die, this man, that's it, the Al-Azhar Mosque. That is the name of the mosque, my friend. Thank you so much. It's in Jerusalem. The Al-Azhar Mosque. And the king said to Billion, you must come and take over as king. And to do that, Billion asked the king, what would I have to do? They said, well, you got to kill Guy. And Guy wanted a war with Saladin. He wanted war with the Muslims. And the king did not want war with the Muslims. He and Saladin had a good understanding, a great relationship. The king told him, if you do not become king, we kill this guy, we make you king. There will be trouble tomorrow when I'm dead and gone. This man will make war with Saladin. And we cannot survive a war against Saladin because Saladin had an army of hundreds of thousands of people. Guess what, black guy? Billion looked at the dying king and said to the dying king, I will not do it. If the only way I must become king is that Guy, as bad as he is, as sleazy and nasty as he is, has to be killed so that I become king. I will not do that. Because the only kingdom that I value is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of conscience, the kingdom of morality. If a human being must be killed so that I become king, however potentially bad or however potentially bad a thing that person would do when and if they became king, I would not be involved in having them slaughtered or killed so that I become king. That's what Billion said. And guess what, Bogai? As was expected, the king died of his affliction, the leprosy. When he died, his sister, his beautiful sister, who begged Billion, please work with my brother, kill my husband Guy, so that you become king. You know what? When the king died, the guy was crowned king. And he waged war against Saladin. And Saladin came with an army of 300,000 people. They went and slaughtered the sister of Saladin. They slaughtered Saladin's sister to provoke Saladin. And Saladin came. My brother, it was not easy, boy. Billion had to go. They took the entire army in the desert. The Crusaders. They went. They all died. They were thirsted, they were famished, they were parched. They died in the desert. And Billion told them. They didn't listen to him. They tried to kill Billion. The moment the guy became king, he sent people to Billion's place to kill him. And it was Billion who stood up and defended Jerusalem. That boy fought. And Billion was a blacksmith. He was a blacksmith. His father was a lord. His father had him many years ago with his mother. And his father, when he went and found his son Billion and brought him from France, where he was a blacksmith, where he had killed someone. He killed a priest. He killed a priest because the priest, I think, was involved with killing his wife or something. And he fled. His father brought him. That journey was perilous. His father died in a skirmish that broke out. What is the moral of the story, Bogart? The moral of the story is that sometimes, even though it may benefit a greater cause, but you should not engage in doing something wrong just for the greater good. Sometimes you can say, let kill a man today so that a man will not grow up and kill plenty of people tomorrow. No! Billion said, I will not be part of killing this man to become king. So some people are telling us that we should do the opposite. We should accept what has been done, this egregious act, this fraudulent criminal act, because we want to win. Winning is what we want to do. We want to win so bad that we must do whatever it takes to win. The end justifies the means. Even if we must accept criminality within our ranks, we must hide it. We must pretend that it's not happening just so we win. I say I disagree with you because I'm a different person. I have a different philosophy. I know that the reason why Liberia is the way it is in 174 years, with all the tremendous natural resources with which it is endowed, is because we are a very bad, depraved people. We hate to do things the right way. We have built and entrenched, deeply rooted this culture of impunity, where because you are a big man, you do wrong, you go scot-free, which is why the country is the way it is. Socrates said, no, it was Aristotle, the father of modern philosophy. He said, and I quote, it's one of my most important quotes, one of my favorite quotes, because it beautifully captures and conveys, sums up the chronic, innate, intrinsic, fundamental problem with our country. He says, and I quote, at best, man is the noblest of all animals, but absent law and justice, he is the worst. What does Aristotle mean by that quote? In the animal kingdom, Buakai, we are at the top of the food chain. We're the most sophisticated, we're the most enlightened, we are the most advanced in the animal kingdom. We're the top of the echelon. But the only thing that sets us apart from the other debased animals, the other supposedly subservient animals, is when we make laws and a set of values by which we live. But even when we do not do that, even when we allow ourselves to run amok, to not be guided and conducted by a set of laws and values, we would be no different from the debased animals of which we think we are better. We think we're better than them. But Aristotle said, at best, man is the noblest of all animals. We are the best. But absent law and justice, he is the worst. That is a singular and quintessential reason why the countries that are the most prosperous are the countries that live by law and justice. The countries that are the most prosperous in the world are not the countries that are endowed with the most natural resources, not necessarily so, even though there might be some exceptions, like the United Arab Emirates, like Saudi Arabia. But even in those countries, as undemocratic as their political systems and infrastructures might be, they still live by a set of laws and justice. The most prosperous countries in the world, the likes of Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. The reason they are so prosperous is because they live by laws. No man is above the law, because they believe, as as Aristotle beautifully and eloquently and poignantly said, at best, man is the noblest of all animals. But absent law and justice, he is the worst. Human being, is inherently and intrinsically incapable of self-regulating. You cannot expect a person to regulate oneself and to conduct oneself and live up to standards without putting in place mechanisms to ensure that that person is demanded to live up to those standards. And if he or she falters and slips, that person must be punished. That is the only way you can build a thriving, prosperous, cohesive, progressive society. The rule of law. And that is the reason why Liberia's singular greatest problem is not corruption, as some of you may think. It is not favoritism, it is not nepotism. It is the culture of impunity. Because John Brown can steal $1 million and go scot-free, Paul will steal $1 million and expect to go scot-free. So, my friends, I say this to you, as Aristotle beautifully said, at best, man is the noblest of all animals, but absent law and justice, he is the worst. Edmund Burke, an 18th century English writer, once said, also one of my favorite quotes, he said, and I quote, the only thing necessary for the triumph of war, for the triumph of evil, is for good men to do nothing. And the reason I mention war is because another quote came to mind by Plato. Plato said, only the dead know the end of war. Only the dead. For as long as you live, or for as long as mankind lives, there will be war. War is an intrinsic, integral part of human existence. Look, folks, we have read. We are enlightened. We are enlightened. We are enlightened. We have become enlightened. And we understand the fundamental issues that afflict and beset our country. Law and justice. Whoever can fix that will be the greatest president Liberia will have ever had. If you have the balls to fix the problems of the culture of impunity, Liberia will do good. If you can put your friends in jail, if you can put your family members in jail when they do wrong, Liberia will do good. Don't come tell me you can build a budget, you can make it $1 billion, or you can attract investors. Our problem, fundamentally, has not been that we have not been able to attract investors.
Absolutely.
We have always attracted investors, but what kind of investors? Investors that came and exploited our natural resources and left very little for us. We struck bad concession agreements that saw very little dividends accrued onto the Liberian people. We turned bombing hills into bombing holes. We've cleared large swathes of land and extracted diamonds and gold and timber. And what have we to show for it? We are one of the poorest countries on the face of the earth. We have one of the highest infant mortality rate in the world. More babies die in Liberia before they reach the age of 5 than they do in most countries on the face of the earth. According to UNICEF, I believe it is about 75 or 79 children in Liberia die, 75 or 79 out of 1,000 children, out of 1,000 births. They die before they reach the age of 5. One of the highest infant mortality rates in the world. So you can't tell me that we can fix the country in the absence of the rule of law, in the absence of doing what's right, and in the face of the culture of impunity. We cannot fix Liberia if we do not address that issue and fix it. Because I know very well that our problem fundamentally, quintessentially hinges on the culture of impunity. The reason why people are corrupt is because they know, okay, that they will go scot-free. The reason why people will murder people in cold blood and have no mercy, have no conscience whatsoever, is because they know they will go scot-free. The reason why people do shady deals and shortchange the country is because they know they will go scot-free. Now, people will always commit crime. Yes, I agree, even in the countries with the strongest systems of justice and law and order, people commit crime because it is an innate human characteristic and impulse to commit crime. I'm doing a course, victimology. Victimology. It's a cool course in criminal justice. Victimology 6603. That's the course title. And I'm studying why people commit crime, okay? And how people are victimized by crime. And the unique relationship between the offender and his victim. Yes, we are studying, we are reading. People will always commit crime. But when you have a system in place that punishes people who commit crime, the society can do good. It can prosper. Thank you so much, bro. God bless you all and have yourselves a wonderful, blessed day. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, 7:30 a.m. for as long as we want to be here. That's me. I've gotten to the point where it doesn't matter what you think about what I say, how you feel about what I say, as long as what I say I feel is right. We need to work toward building a country that prioritizes the rule of law. That is the only way we can have a prosperous Liberia. If you cannot do that, if you do not place a premium on the rule of law, and you claim you want a better Liberia, a prosperous Liberia, you are mistaken. It shall not happen. Because nothing, prosperity and development cannot happen in a vacuum. It must be based, it must be premised upon a system of the rule of law, accountability and transparency. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Bye-bye.